Hi guys, it's Tiffany. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to make homemade pizza dough and homemade whipped cream. So this is just me adding my homemade pumpkin spice creamer to my coffee. I can do a video on that one day if you guys would like, just let me know. But next we're going to make homemade whipped cream. So to make this homemade whipped cream, it's absolutely delicious and super easy. You're going to add half a cup of heavy whipping cream to a mason jar. And then you're going to add 3 tablespoons of powdered sugar. That's literally it. You're going to stick it in the mason jar, and then you're just going to shake it up. And it's going to take about 5 minutes, but it's going to start to solidify, and you're going to see it stick to the sides of the jar like that. That's what you want. It takes about 5-6 minutes of just some good vigorous shaking. You'll also know it's ready when it starts to stick to the top of the lid that you're using. And it looks like that. It's absolutely delicious. I love putting it in my coffee. It adds just enough sweetness, and I love using it with fruit as well. So now we're gonna make our pizza dough. I start by adding warm water to my bowl. You want the water just to be warm, not hot, because if it's too hot it will kill the yeast. So I've just got warm water, and then I'm adding my yeast, and I'm gonna let that sit for about 5 minutes and let the yeast bloom and get foamy and start to smell yeasty. You wanna make sure you're smelling it and seeing it foam. That way you know the yeast is good and active and your dough is actually gonna rise. So you can see here how the yeast is foaming around the edges. That's what you want. And once it starts to do that, you're going to add your other ingredients. You're going to add salt and sugar. And I'll link the recipe below to my blog so you can see the full recipe there. And I'm going to add olive oil next. Now sometimes I use avocado oil if that's all that I have. I kind of use them interchangeably and it's worked out fine. So you can use olive oil or avocado oil. Either one will be perfect for this recipe. You'll add all those together, and then you're just going to whisk everything together just to get it nice and incorporated together before you add your flour and your dry ingredients. Once everything's whisked together, you're going to add your flour. I just measure it right into the bowl, nothing fancy. This recipe is really forgiving, so you don't really have to like level off the flour perfectly or anything like that. And I start stirring with this. I start with a spatula, and then eventually I just get my hands in there after everything starts to get incorporated and the flour starts to absorb the liquid. So you'll see me in a second. I'll start using my hands, and I just knead this dough inside of the bowl. I do it on my counter sometimes. It just kind of depends on the day. This day I just didn't feel like cleaning my counter, so I just kneaded it inside of the bowl. Super easy, super simple. This recipe doesn't take a ton of kneading. You're literally just getting everything incorporated. After all the liquid is absorbed and you've got everything incorporated, you're just going to make it into a ball, and then you're going to oil a different bowl. I just put some olive oil in it and brushed it around. You can use spray, whatever you have, and you're going to cover it with plastic wrap and let it rise in a warm place for about an hour. This recipe doesn't take a long time to rise, and you'll see in the next one it's doubled in size. So I just take it out, divide it into 4 individual pizzas with my bench scraper, and then we put the toppings that we like on it. I like pepperoni and kale and mozzarella. My husband always does some form of sausage and banana peppers. I like doing the individual pizzas, that way everybody can put what they like on theirs. And then this is just a breakfast pizza that we make often. I'll also link the recipe for that below. But thank you guys so much for watching my video. I hope that you'll come back again soon.